that I like Angelica Ross. She's chocolate, she's very attractive, she's intelligent, she's accomplished, she's a sex change, she's talented. So I'm gonna say all the positive stuff first. But you violated. You violated with that Elphaba video. And here's why. And here's why. Girl, when I watched you compare yourself to Elphaba, and you didn't even do it nonchalantly. Like, you didn't even do it nonchalant, baby. You owned that space. You owned the Elphaba space. You gave yourself Elphaba and you glindered the rest. You say everybody want to be Elphaba, but in real life, most of y'all Glenda, baby. um, let's be clear. Alphaba in real life would be being shadow banned, would be being censored. Alphaba in real life would not have even been offered a seat at the table. Like this is a patriarchal society. They would have saw Alphaba coming. Okay? Alphaba is not even gonna get an opportunity to sit at the table. They're already gonna see Alphaba as a threat. Alphaba would not have been invited to see the Wiz because they already would have saw that Alphaba was a problem. Alphaba wouldn't have had the opportunity to walk away from the opportunities because they already know what Alphaba about to give. The movie didn't even give an accurate depiction of what Alphaba would have been. They had to make it a mainstream story. So they had to make Alphaba into like this insecure person that was searching for validation, that was searching for approval. They had to make Alphaba vulnerable in that way. And so the root of Alphaba's character was Alphaba in the movie was looking for validation because Alphaba felt inferior because of Alphaba's skin color. Alphaba felt like a mistake. Alphaba honestly didn't love themselves. Like it was there was a point there. I mean, throughout the I don't think that Alphaba really realized her worth and saw the value in who she was until towards the end of the film. Like I think at the end of the film, Alphaba had like this awakening and realized it's not me. I'm not the problem. Everybody else is. So yeah, when y'all coming onto the live, make sure y'all click that thumbs up. But um I resonate more with Alphaba. Like if we had to choose, like if I had to choose between Alphaba and Glenda, I would definitely say I resonate more with Alphaba than I do with Glenda. But in real life, Alphaba wouldn't even have had a seat at the table. Alphaba would not have been invited to see the Wiz. They would have already been censoring Alphaba. This is a patriarchal society. Alphaba would have already been shadow banned. Alphaba would never be at the table. They already see her coming. They see her as a threat. So, I love you, Angelica. I love you down to the ground. I love you, Boots. But baby, you're not Alphaba. You're not the real Alphaba. You're Glenda too. It's a lot of Glendas around here claiming to be Alphaba, but you walked away from Hollywood. But deep down in your heart, if you was Alphaba before you went to Hollywood, you would have already known it was some foolishness. You had seen enough to know you knew Hollywood was already some foolishness. You know what I'm saying? But you wanted that experience. Just call a thing a thing. You wanted that experience. You knew Like you a Buddhist. Like you meditate daily. You knew Kamala, you knew that was a band-aid. You said first you endorsed Kamala. First you endorsed the Democratic Party. Then I didn't know. I guess the where you challenged the Democratic Party and had pushback. I saw the endorsement. I guess I wasn't following you enough to see that y'all challenged her on Cop City, and they looked at y'all crazy when y'all challenged Cop City, here in Georgia. So I really didn't get any press about that. But yeah, it's a reach for you to give yourself. I would say you would be a more I say you a hybrid. You alpha duh. Look, you Glenba. I'll give you Glenba. Glenba. A hybrid of Alphaba and Glenda. But we're not Alphaba. You doing you reaching sis. You reaching sis. And I just had to come live and say that because we use social media too much as a tactic just to go viral and just to get attention and try to make ourselves look like we are just brimming with integrity in our decisions and our choices. But in real life, like in real time, I'm gonna say this again, the real Alphaba is not even being offered a seat at the table in a patriarchal society. A feminine being who has the power to cause an uprising, to bring people together, to get the underdogs to come together, who stands on business for the most marginalized people, the ones who are being overlooked and underserved. Like that's literally in my mission statement. Like that's been my mission statement since 2010, to create a safe space to document the stories of the of overlooked and underserved individuals through media, advocacy, and the arts. And I stood on business for over 10 years. And I've paid for it. This lady says she's lost a lot, yet and still. What did you lose? I'm trying to understand what you lost. Cause if those were opportunities that you saw as being harmful and you saw those opportunities as negative, how do you see them as a loss? Like with me stepping away from the church, because I'm a spiritual person. I tried Buddhism. Buddhism did not work for me. I like to pray to a higher power. I like my relationship with the ancestors. I do embrace the divinity that is in me, but I do believe that there is something bigger, something older that I come from. And so um the spirituality, Buddhism just did not work for me. Like I tried Buddhism and it did not work for me. Um, but stepping away from the religion and challenging the religion, because we all dance around it. We don't have the conversation about how the religion is impacting the reality, how the religion impacts the politics. And y'all are not having those conversations. Y'all talking about the politics, but y'all are not talking about what shapes the politics. Y'all are not talking about what shapes the law. None of y'all are having that conversation. None of y'all are not talking about, like, it's like you became a Buddhist, so you didn't have to have that conversation. The Vatican, the Pope, all of that, all the church, ever since this regime started, this is all spiritual warfare. This is religion and spirituality. This is that fight. Even in that book, it says we battle not against flesh and blood, but against principles and principalities. Talking about politics is talking about what is happening to the physical body. Until we confront what's going on esoterically, what is going on spiritually, how this spiritual warfare is shaping our politics, shaping our reality, shaping the law. None of y'all want to have that conversation. And y'all go off and y'all get y'all, you do your little Buddhist prayers, you say Nam Yoho Renge Kyo. But how is that confronting the spiritual warfare that is happening on women's bodies, on trans bodies, on queer bodies? And all of this is because we live in a patriarchal reality that deifies masculine energy and deifies masculine centered beings. Like, how is Buddhism confronting that? How is Buddhism addressing that? Nobody want to have that conversation. We want to talk about politics, but we don't want to have the conversation about what's impacting the politics and what's shaping the politics. And before I get off this live, because I didn't want to talk forever in this live, so I saw on the website somebody sent me a video and they said that Trump done already had the Trump then had the T removed from LGBT. We never had T on our ID. It was M or F. GLB. G is about sexuality. L is about sexuality. B is about sexuality. T was about identity. We was always saying that the T didn't belong there anyway. Now he said there's only two genders. So again, it's going back to how it was. You blend, you pass, or you hide. Either way, you hiding. You blend, you pass, you hide. You blend, y'all literally said that the T didn't go with the GLB. You literally said it. And now that's what's happening because it did not go GLBT. It never went. The G is about who you sleep with. The L is about who you sleep with. The B is about who you sleep with. The T is about how you see yourself. It never went there. And so now that he's legally said there's two genders, you have a choice. Either you fall in line with your prospective gender, you blend in, you assimilate into being a man, or you assimilate into being a woman. F or M. It's hiding season again. It's stealth season again. And it's because nobody ever stood up for the T. Like not all y'all is in an uproar behind the T, but you had 10 years to stand up for your individuality as a trans person. You took all the grants, you took all the money, but you didn't stand up for your individuality. You took the coins, you took the grants, but you didn't stand up for your you also took that F and that M. You took that F and you took that M. Y'all didn't fight for no T. Y'all didn't fight to stand and have y'all own. You didn't fight to be your own group. You didn't fight to have that T on your identification. You didn't fight to be a different gender outside of the binary. You didn't fight for that. You wanted to blend in. You wanted to fit in. And now Do it. Be sitting up here whining about only having an M and an F when y'all had 10 years to do something different and y'all didn't. And you can't include me in that because for the past 10 because for 7 years, 7 of the 10 years, I've been talking about some damn lay lim lay lur. Did you support me? Did you get behind me? Did you support this movement? Did you support this work when we had an opportunity to create a shift? Did you? None of you did. You got your F's and your M's and you kept it pushing. You got your stipends, you got your grants, and you kept it pushing. I saw this coming, but none of you. I guarantee you, if I would have had some pink toes, if I'd have had some pink toes, y'all would have supported me. If I'd have had a pencil nose and some pink toes and some veneers, oh, you'd have got behind me. If I'd have had some pink toes, a pencil nose, and some veneers, y'all would have been ready to ride. But oh well. So these next 4 years, these next 4 years, baby, I am going to be pooched. I am going to be unbothered. I'm not going to be stressed. And I'm telling y'all now, don't be sending me content about trans people. Don't be sending me content about what's going on with trans people. Telling you now. Telling you now. Telling you right now. As a matter of fact, I've been interviewed for a position, for some positions to serve, on some boards, and I'm letting them know I'm not about to be the token. I'm not about to be the token tranny for y'all. If that's what you want me on the board for, to be the token tranny, if y'all want me on these spaces in these places to be the token tranny, miss me. Miss me. Cause I'm not gonna be the token trainee that's gonna have prepared speech. I'm gonna talk just how I've been talking. And if you don't want to hear what I'm saying, and if you don't want to hear how I'm saying it, then don't ask me to talk. You're not gonna prepare my words. You're not gonna tell me how to talk because I speak well enough for myself. I mean exactly what I'm saying, and I mean it exactly how I'm saying it. Unlike a lot of you, I've been actually doing the work. That's why I'm prepared. Bitch, you could call me he. You could call me Antoine. That's not my dead name. That's not my dead name. That was the name that I was given at birth. My birth name was Antoine. I don't give a damn if you call me that or not. I know who I am. I go by Kaneen. And if you actually want to share space with me, if you actually want to be in space with me, if you want to be in community with me, that's what you're going to call me. I'm going to let you slide with one or two Tilas, but then I'm going to tap in and say, hey, it's Kaneen. Tila is my work name. Tila is my name when I'm up on the plantation trying to make ends meet. Kaneen is my free artist creative name. If you love me and you care about me, then you will honor me by calling me the name in which I prefer to be called. If that's a problem for you, if that's a struggle for you, then why the fuck are you in my space? We don't need to share space. But if we're having an exchange and you say he or you say Antoine, I'm not gonna get mad at you. I'm gonna let you get away with it. Then after you done said it a couple of times, I'm gonna say, hey, I don't know if you really want to share space with me. I don't really know if you want to be in community with me or not. I don't know if that matters or not. But I prefer to be called Kaneen. And if you're struggling with calling me she, then you can call me they, them, because I honor my mother and my father. Now, if you're struggling with calling me they, them, and you want to erase all of the work that I've done to honor the mother that lives in me, my female ancestry, if that's a big struggle for you, if that's hard, if that goes against your religious beliefs and what you feel, then we don't need to share space. I'm going to go over here, okay? I'm going to need you to go over there. All right? That's what it's giving this Trump administration. It's very simple. Not finna be out here going to war with you and fighting with you over pronouns and calling me by my name, calling me by the name that I asked you to call me. Okay, not finna be out here fighting, not finna be out here. Because the crazy thing about a lot of you trans women, the most foolish and insidious thing about a lot of you trans women is that y'all be literally ready to risk it all behind some fucking pronouns, and then y'all turn around and say, thank you, Father. Won't he do it? Ain't he all right? Make that shit make sense. It ain't made sense to me in all these years that y'all will fall out with females who won't call you she, but then turn around and give all the glory to a nigga, give all the glory to a man. Make that shit make sense. So it's giving me patriarchy. It's giving male privilege. That's what it's giving me. It's not making any sense. You went through all this trouble to celebrate womanhood and to celebrate femininity only to worship a man still. Make it make sense, Fat. Make it make sense. Then the females who identify as women who mad at you for occupying their spaces and being seen the way that and being respected as a woman and being respected in women's spaces, then those females is mad, but at the same time, they're exalting a man over them too. They praying to Sky Daddy. So that's what y'all got in common. Both of y'all putting a masculine deity over your own selves, over your own womanhood, over your own femininity. And can't neither one of you funny looking Negroes sit with me. Cause in the words of Vicky Dillard, if any of you funny looking niggas try to come for my wholeness, you're gonna get this everlasting work. You're gonna get this everlasting work. Somebody put a bone in the chat. Somebody put a bone in the chat. Cause you biscuits is wickedly wild. Let me stop. But anyway. Ooh-wee. I had to have that moment. Ooh-wee. Good everybody. Oh, oh, you did. Oh, wait. Eric. Eric put a ball in the chat. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Oh, because you biscuits is wickedly wild when I tell you Baby, when I tell you I am fixing to be so stress free this administration, y'all not getting me worked up. And I'm so thankful that I've been doing the work because I'm not going to lie. If I would have been invested in this, if I would have stayed on the front lines of the trans movement and I would have developed and I would have devoted all of my energy, trans this, trans that, trans this. I've titled a lot of videos trans because I was trying to get to that community and I was trying to save as many of the girls and wake as many of those beings up as I possibly could before this happened. So that's the reason why I stayed on topic and that's the reason why I kept talking about trans issues because I saw what was coming. But let me tell you something. My language has evolved and they can come and they could take this whole channel. God got us forbid. But if they took this whole channel, I'll start all over and I wouldn't even use the word trans because I don't need to. I could talk about who I am without using that word. Can y'all? Can you say who you are? Can you talk about who you are? Can you talk about your being? Can you speak to your identity as a human being, as a being in flesh, incarnate? Can you speak to who you are without having to say trans this and trans that? Can you? Because I can. I'm doing it on TikTok. I'm rebuilding my I'm starting my platform from scratch. And I've talked about trans a couple of times over there, but I don't even use that language. I am teaching lay lim lay lur specifically over there. Now y'all devastated and you want me to be on the devastation train with you. I'm not. Cause y'all tried to take something that Master gave y'all and made it y'all own. But at the end of the day, when the Lord giveth, the Lord taketh. And by Lord, I mean white supremacy. I mean the colonizer. Your heavenly father up on Mount Olympus. Oh yes. They want us trauma based and I refuse. Right. Trauma responses and trauma based. Hey Zania Bunny. They want it. They're not getting that from me. They're not getting that from me. And I'm gonna tell my sisters in a minute, y'all not about to keep on, y'all not about to have me in this echo chamber and this loop with y'all. Y'all not about to have me in this echo chamber. This what y'all wanted. A lot of y'all wanted to remove trans from the front. Y'all was saying why we gotta be called trans. There you go. You got what you wanted. Now it's just women and men. You got what you wanted. You said that non-binary stuff ain't got nothing to do with us. That's what y'all said. Remember? Oh, that non-binary stuff ain't got nothing to do with us. Now y'all sitting up here talking about when they just like they came for the trans people, they gonna come for y'all. Well, bitch, when they came for the non-binaries, where the fuck y'all was at? The non-binary didn't even get a chance to step up to bat. Again, I wasn't a part of that. Again, I was not a part of that. I was not a part of the erasure of non-binary people. So don't be sitting up here whining about them taking trans when y'all said non-binary didn't have nothing to do with y'all. Y'all didn't understand that. Y'all proved in a short amount of time that y'all were no better than anybody else. Y'all was just like the rest of these people. And I will say this to my sisters, and I will say this obviously to people who I don't fuck with. If the conversation ever comes up, girl, not too much on the erasure of trans people. Not too much. Not too much. But yeah, that's all, I didn't want to talk forever. I just had to come on here right fast and just remind you, ain't none of y'all Elphaba. Angelica, you is not Elphaba. I would be messy and say her name, but I'm not gonna say her name in this video. Bitch, you better not never try to act like you Elphaba. And y'all know who I'm talking about. Bitch, you better not never part your lips. Bitch, you are a plus size Glenda. Bitch, you full blown Glenda. Bitch, Elphaba is not mainstream. Elphaba not sitting at none of those tables. Elphaba is shadow banned. Elphaba is censored. Elphaba can't even get through the algorithm. Ain't none of you bitches Elphaba. You bitches is sitting up here in front these saltines trying to stunt like trying to trick these saltines into believing that you something that you're not. And these saltines might buy it. And these Oreo coons might buy it. But purebred Aborigine, we know Elphaba ain't even entered the chat in mainstream. She ain't even entered the chat. Patriarchy will not allow it. And her integrity or their integrity would not allow them to sit at that table. Let's be clear. Elphaba has not even entered the chat, boo. Mainstream ain't hearing from Elphaba. They might get a peek or a glimpse of her through people who are parakeeting things that Elphaba said, carrying it to the mainstream through people who are watching Elphaba's content, through people who are studying, observing the true energy that is Elphaba. There are people who are watching the videos and absorbing the content and then translating it and carrying it into mainstream and trying to pretend that they are Elphaba. But Elphaba has not even entered the chat mainstream, boo. So y'all need to cut that shit out. Cut it out. Cut it out. Cut it out. And I like Angelica Ross. I started off the video saying I like her. But ma'am, you are not Elphaba. You walked away from Hollywood after they played in your face for years. Not months, not weeks, not days, years. You endorsed Kamala first. And you're not a dumb person. You're not slow. You already knew that the Democratic Party was not about to stand on business like that. The Democratic Party is a pacifier. And y'all have sucked on that pacifier and sucked on that pacifier until it's the damn near fell apart. That's why Trump is in office. We're not the pacifier it's over with for the pacifier. It's time for the band-aid to come off. Y'all keep trying to do a pacifier. Y'all keep trying to find something to if we just get 4 more years, if we could just get a little bit more time, if we could we out of time. It ain't no more time. If we could just get a little bit more time. No, y'all should have been doing the work instead of chasing after a bag. So many of y'all was focused on that bag, that bag, that bag, that bag. And look what you got. You got somebody in office that ain't worried about nothing but that bag, that bag, that bag, that bag. And it's at the expense of all of y'all. All of y'all been out here paper chasing and grinding and hustling and focusing on your grind. And then when you get the incarnated example of that, the embodiment of what y'all have been focused on, when you get the living embodiment of that, when you get the mascot of that, when you get the physical incarnation of that in office, y'all motherfuckers is mad. Donald Trump is a manifestation of what has been y'all priority. And it doesn't, and the thing that gags me, and I'm not saying this to be messy, and I don't give a fuck who cut this clip out and go run it back and show it to her. T.S. Madison is one of the most capitalistic people I have ever seen before in my life. I can't believe that her and Donald Trump don't, I can't believe that she really disliked Donald Trump. I honestly can't believe that she dislike him. Like I feel like they should be collaborating. She love money. She always talking about money. Money, 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 money. She love fucking money. And he do too. He is the living embodiment of what y'all value over everything. Y'all thank God for financial blessings before y'all thank God for health. Before y'all thank God for integrity, before y'all thank God for wisdom, before y'all thank God for compassion and empathy and respect and peace of mind, y'all thank God for material things. I really honestly think that I think in the future, I think that it's gonna be like a situation, like the situation was with like remember like the situation was with how she was with Tyler Perry and how she was with Beyonce. I honestly can see them collaborating in a couple of years, maybe sooner. I wouldn't be surprised if before this administration was over, she did something with him. I would not be surprised if he picked her. And if he get that bitch the right amount of money, you better believe she gonna do it. I don't like when the girls participate in the foolishness. Then when it doesn't work in their favor, now they want to be Sojourner Truth. Wait a minute, hold on. I gotta read that again because I left out an important part. I don't like when the girls participate in the foolishness. Then when it don't work out in their favor, now they want to be T.S. Sojourner Truth. Oh we, oh we. I gotta pin that. Now I gotta be T.S. Sojourner Truth after you done sit up here and shuck and jive and cooned and tap dance till the soles them fell off your shoes. Not all of a sudden, cause things ain't going your way. UTS Sojourner Truth, TS Harriet Tubman. And let's be clear, at the end of the fight, Harriet Tubman joined the damn military. Yeah, so for me, it's just crazy work of people around here hating on people that if you study them and pay attention to them, you could legit see the similarities. Like you could legit see how you're hating on somebody who you just alike. Like y'all literally the same person. It's crazy. You hate the person, y'all the same person. Y'all movements are the same. You just got melanin and this person don't. You got French braids under a lace front and this person got on a toupee. Y'all literally the same person. Y'all both wear wigs and y'all both love money. Tugman was her CI alias. Let me rewind the live. I told my uncle about egg prices. He hates Trump. And he was like, I don't care if the white man can afford eggs because he can like what? Like, I told my uncle about egg prices. He hates Trump. And he was like, I don't care if the white man can afford eggs because he can. Like, what? Oh, oh. French braids under a lace front. Right. Y'all both wear wigs. Yeah, I think she was saying something about her uncle can afford the eggs, so he don't care. White people can't afford them. So her uncle is like rich, and he don't care about what's going on with white people because baby, I could pay for the eggs. Basically, that's what I was getting. Yeah, he was like, and that's what it boils down to. Like, as long as it's not affecting people and they good, like, but a lot of this is crazy because like I am not I'm not racist, but I'm also not a person that's finna tiptoe around how white people have behaved with their privilege. You know, when I say saltines, I'm talking about the white people who have been nonchalant, just resting in their privilege and not really caring about our struggle and have been around here glindaing it up and have not had the courage to stand on business. Cause you really don't have no privilege if your privilege is contingent upon you being silent. That's not privilege. That's a prison, boo. Real privilege is you being able to stand up for other people and nothing like literally you being able to stand up, you being able to speak your piece and them still treating you the same way. If your privilege is compromised by you being able to speak up for other people, by you being able to call out atrocities and call out wrongdoings, if that compromises your privilege, boo, that's not privilege. That's just like when I got my job working for the state. When I was working for the state, one of the people who I was working with, he told me, he said, you know, basically they're paying for your silence. You know, basically you're getting paid to be quiet. That's what white people's privilege is. Okay, you will get special privileges if you look the other way and you pretend like you don't see what's going on. That's not privilege. That's not a privilege. Privilege should not be on the contingency or on the stipulation. Like privilege shouldn't come with stipulations. If you privileged, you privileged. That's not privilege. That's look. Because I didn't feel like working for the state was a privilege. I felt like it was a prison. I felt like because when you in prison, they gonna take care of you. You ain't gotta work. You gonna get them three hots and a cot. They gonna feed you. You property of the state. They gonna take care of you. You gonna eat. You gonna get your meals. You gonna get your medicine if you need your medicine. Whatever medications you gotta take. The state gonna pay for all that. But you better follow the rules and do what you're told to do. And so white people are fucking prisoners that's being taken care of very well by the state. Some of us might be in regular prison and they might be in white collar prison, but nonetheless, bookity boo, is still prison. You could dress it up all you want to. It's still very much still prison. Y'all might be in the feds, but you're still in prison. Bookity boo. And you having the privileges that you have in this prison are on the contingency that you do some sellout, saltine coon ass shit. Go ask your uncle for a loan. I'd rather be eggless than beg that greedy for a handout. I know that's right. Yep, sound like slavery to me. Slavic. Slavery, IDD. He said he voted for Republicans when he was around the rich white co-workers, but he claims to be pro-black Democrat or an independent. God spits out the lukewarm. Pick a side and stand on it. God spits out the lukewarm. Okay. Pick a side and stick on it. And this is with me, like, and I want to speak to that because no sides are being represented for me right now. And so I literally had to create my own lane in the middle because to me, the Democratic Party and the Republican Party are two heads on the same beast. They're not even two different sides of the same coin. Like to me, they're both on the same side of the coin. Like it's not it's like they create a pretend conflict and they create a pretend beef so that they can control the masses through this illusion of division. But child, did you see how after they booed Obama at Trump's inauguration, but right before the inauguration, Trump and Obama was at somebody's funeral and they was teeing it up and cackling together. All of them in the bloodline, they all cousins. It's a whole elaborate skit. This a whole performance. White people be like, you can have whatever you want if you let us have one of your fingers, toes, or eyeball. Exactly. They sacrifice a lot for their privilege. They sacrifice a lot for their privilege, and they do it happily. I mean, they built different. Like they bred for that. Like they do it happily. Like the things, and what you have to understand is because the lighter that skin get, the less melanin you have, um, the more dependent you are on this matrix. Cause let's be clear, the real Tarzan did not look like the Tarzan that we see in the movies. That skin would have been so bruised up and sunburned. That skin would have been so bruised up and sunburnt. That skin turned red and that skin is so like that skin is delicate. You could see everything, the veins, the pimples, everything that's going on in that skin. You could see it. The real Tarzan would have never looked like that if he was Caucasian. The real Tarzan skin would be hideous if he lived in the jungle and had to navigate all the bites and the scratches and the rug and the burns from the vines baby, they that's a movie. Melanin hides scars. It hides that. That skin was not made to be out there in them woods and that jungle. That skin was not made for that. That skin was made for this matrix. This is not shade. This is not me reading. That skin was made for this matrix. And this is why it is so important for them to thrive in this matrix because they were bred for this matrix. Our ancestors, our original ancestors, because child, right about now, I ain't finna talk too much, bitch. I've been taking all they medications, eating all they fake food. Baby, this is a feeble vessel. This vessel ain't hitting on what it would have been hitting on. But if I would have been brought up in that environment and I would not have been a part of this experiment and had all these things done to me, I would have a better chance of surviving in nature. I would have a better chance of surviving in nature than a Caucasian person. If you was to take us from babies and put us in the wild, I would have a better chance of surviving if I would have been nurtured for a few years and protected for a few years. I would have a better chance of surviving in nature than a Caucasian person. That's why they lived in caves. That's why they hid in caves. We literally have a natural camouflage. We look like the trees. We look like nature. Them motherfuckers stand out like a sore thumb. They look like sand on the beach and don't nothing grow there. This is no shade. This is facts. They look like sand on the beach. And where do you see sand most of the time? In this damn matrix. Or in the desert where nothing's growing. But maybe a couple of cactuses. Yeah, the Democratic Party and the Republican Party. Kiki and like good Judy's. They sure was. Tarzan was fine though. Yeah, he was. It's in their genetic code. A white baby left in the jungle would be dinner. End of story. When Tarzan got put in a suit in the end, the explorers was nice to him. They need air conditioning. And the gag is we invented AC. Yeah. Yeah, and so it's not like literally this reality, this matrix is their home. Like all of like the more melanin depleted you are, the more you need this synthetic reality. Cause let's be clear, those who are completely devoid of like those who have very low melanin, that is not normal. That is not the natural order of things. I do not think that this was the divine plan for beings to actually be that light. It's all cute and fine and dandy. Just like I don't think that we supposed to be having um 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 teacup poodles and teacup chihuahuas and dogs that go in purses and shit. Like I think that we got carried away. I think we went a little bit too far. And just like we did with breeding the dogs, making these dogs that like in nature they wouldn't serve as anything but food. Cause a lot of these dogs that we breeding now, if you release them to the woods, bitch, it's pure dinner. It's pure food. You don't have a chance. They don't these dogs that we breeding don't have a chance in the world. And it is the same thing with some of the humans of our species. Not a chance in the world to stand up against nature. They have been bred to the point of helplessness, defenselessness, and damn near uselessness. It's just a reality. And don't nobody want to have that conversation. Don't nobody want to talk about it. And when you talk about it, you look like you being shady, and it looks like you exalting one race over another. But child, everything comes from one place. Bitch, at this point, I'm a knockoff of what my ancestors was. Bitch, I'm a knockoff. Bitch, I'm a far cry of what my ancestors were. So if I could call myself ill and say I'm a knockout in a feeble body, bitch, you think I'm not finna give it up for you? You think I'm not finna talk about these saltines? You think I'm not about to play the whole tape? Bitch, I'm a far cry. I'm thankful for the little melanin I got. Cause that's the only thing that's helping me to navigate some of this foolishness. Cause baby, I don't know where I'd be, child, if I ain't had this melanin. But child, they done fed us so much bullshit and exposed us to so much radiation and all type of chemicals and doing stuff to the air, doing stuff. I mean, just like programming. We have been exposed to so much stuff. That's why I ain't gonna give too much and be like, cause I'm black and we was the gods and we was kings and queens. Child, we in this makeshift reality right along with them. And I'm just praying that I could get some more discipline so that I could purge myself enough of this foolishness so that one of the ancient ones will have mercy and will have some grace and will say, let me go down here and rest in this body. And you know what I dream about? You know what I fantasize about? I fantasize about purging my body enough and purifying my temple enough and taking care of my body enough to where one of the ancient deities who've been sitting up watching me will say, okay, I think they done suffered enough now. And will come and do a walkthrough of this vessel. Will come and walk through this vessel, honey, and baby, fix everything that's broken, heal everything that needs to be mended, and restore and beyond restore. Cause I don't want to be restored to just a regular human body. I want them to move in me in a way that we have never seen. And to have that discipline that one of the ancient ones will come and sit inside of this body and fix everything and clear everything out. Baby, I'm trying not to get emotional because y'all say I cry too much. I'm trying to hold it together, but that's why I fight every day with myself to become more disciplined, because it has been said to me plenty of times. I've seen it in visions, I've seen it in dreams. Kaneen, Tila, Antoine, get your house in order. Get your temple in order. If you want me to rest and abide, and you want my spirit to sit there, if you want my soul and my spirit to sit there and rest there, it was more confirmation in Nocturne, in Castlevania Nocturne. Shout out to Erwin. Thank you for sending me your link so I could watch it without the without the subtitles. But it was more confirmation. I've been getting that confirmation over and over again. I am not afraid of being host, to something powerful. And I just pray to be worthy. I just pray to be worthy. I just want to be worthy. I just want to be, and I'm struggling because I'm super super programmed. I'm super, super programmed. I'm super, super caught up in this matrix. I'm taking accountability for me. Like, I'm super, super caught up in bullshit. I'm super, super caught up in this matrix, and I just want to be a vessel, for a being that walked this earth and did not succumb to the bullshit. A being that walked this earth and walked in their power and their sovereignty, and they glowed. They had such a strong glow that it was blinding. They had so much power in their body. Like, I want one of those beings to see fit to come rest in me. And I know if that being was to come into my body, if that being was to come into my body, everything that's wrong with me, all the sickness in my mind, all the sickness in my heart, all the sickness in my soul, it'll just be removed. And I just want to have the power to just touch other people, and when I touch them, I can heal them the same way that I've been healed. Like, that is my prayer. That's my prayer. And I try to position myself to be in that space to do it. But this flesh ain't shit. And I be trying not to put the flesh down. I be trying not to talk bad about it because I'm in it. You know what I'm saying? Forgive me, flesh. I'm sorry, flesh. I apologize, flesh. I ain't disrespecting you, flesh. But can I keep it real? Yeah, I keep it real, like for real. Like, everybody else arguing about skin color and arguing about politics and arguing about religion and arguing about money and arguing about wealth and arguing about technology. I'm trying to get myself right. Like, my biggest fight is with me. Every day I wake up, the biggest fight I got is with me. Cause they already done told me, stop putting that poison in your body, focus on your fasting, meditate, start shutting the world off. start spending more time with you, and we are going to inhabit you. They have already, I've heard this numerous times. Shut it off. Let that shit go. Cut that shit out. Stop entertaining that dumb shit. And and lo and behold, I be somewhere entertaining that dumb shit. So then I have to pray, don't give up on me. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. Lay live, lay learn. Thank you, baby. I stop entertaining that dumb shit. But we came here to have a human experience. So I'm having a human experience. And to be honest with you, when I was young, when I was young, like when I was 13, 14 years old, I had so much discipline. Like, I'm thankful for the internet, because if it wasn't for the internet, I wouldn't have met a lot of y'all. So I'm thankful for the internet, because the internet opened my world up to so many things. But sometimes I legit hate the internet. Like, I don't wish that it didn't exist, because who knows? Maybe if it didn't exist, I would have met y'all in a different way. I don't know. I think if the internet wouldn't exist, I probably would have, already died. Like, I think because the internet, I do feel like to a certain degree, it saved this life. It saved me in this incarnation, because it was a space where I could go, because I've always had a controversial opinion or controversial voice. I couldn't just be like, the average man who could stand on the corner with a mic talking about Jesus this and Jesus that and repent or you going to hell. So the views that I had, I couldn't exactly stand on a corner and scream it out and yell them. So the internet was a safe space for me to talk about the controversial things that were in my mind and the controversial things that I believed in, and that is or that I felt to be true. The internet was that space for me. And so the internet has given me that opportunity, but unfortunately, the internet has also given that opportunity to everyone else. And everybody else is not as responsible with their messaging or their platform. And a lot of people just trying to see how they can make a dime on the internet. Like, everybody's intentions is not the same. Some people just out here trying to see how they could get paid and will tell you whatever you want to hear in order to get paid. They don't care about you. They just care about profiting, which is another reason why Trump fits as the figurehead of this country, because he perfectly embodies what most people are in pursuit of, and that is material wealth. That is capitalism. But that is not what the internet was for me. The internet was literally a place for me to come and be vulnerable, because I could not say what I couldn't just stand on the corner like your average person and talk about what was in my heart. They would have killed me. They would have tarred and feathered me. They would have chased me down the street, because that's how ignorant the world was. If the internet would have never existed and I would have just literally been yelling out what I thought in the public, they would have lynched me. They would have hung me. They would have killed me. Period. That's what would have happened. So the internet was my safe space. But when I was young, like um when I was 12, 13 years old, like I want to say all the way from 12 to like 21, I had a prayer closet. And I literally used to be in the closet praying. And I would take at least 30 minutes every day, close my door, and be in the closet praying. Like, literally. When I was younger, I could be in a small area in the dark for hours, meditating and praying. And that was so powerful for me. And I feel like the internet has kind of like taken that from me. And like now I'm fighting to get back to that space. I definitely think it's going to come back during Trump's administration, because I can see now already early that on the internet, even though I'm a person who is at peace with this administration and I'm not extremely plugged, because let me show you something. You see that right there in that cloud? You see that right over there in the corner? Bitch, that's a tent. That's a tent. You see that right there? Bitch, that's a tent. Wait, right there. That's a tent. I don't have a problem with living in that bitch. If I lose housing, only reason why I ain't done it now is because I know my family. They gonna be embarrassed. But if it really get bad, I'm not afraid to live outside. I'm not. That's why I done kept myself where I am mentally. That's why I made sure I ain't get obsessed with wealth and get obsessed with having this, and that. Because if they take it all from it, bitch, the tent is right there. Never lost it, kept up, then had it for years, then had that girl for years. I will live in a tent. Hmm. Yes, I will. And guess what? I will live in a tent. I will go fishing. I will find a place where I could go fishing. I will find a place where I could grow fruit food, and I will be a skinny bitch. I will eat once a day. I don't give a fuck about the meds. Cause when it's my time to go, it's my time to go. But I guarantee you I'ma look good when I go. Cause I'm probably gonna look healthier living in that damn tent and eating once a day. Because I'm not going to be eating all this garbage that they've been giving us. Because it's not the HIV that's killing me. It's the motherfucking garbage that I'm eating in this fucking reality that's killing me. Because I notice when I fast, I start looking better. When I'm not eating anything. And when I fast, I'm not having sex and I'm off my meds. I look better. So maybe going to live in the woods in a tent and eating less will probably actually be better for me. So if this administration gives me the excuse to do what's been secretly in my heart, hey, I'm not scared. When it's time, when I ain't got no choice, cause they done took everything, cause they done took everything. Bitch, I'm not. I've been bracing myself. They say, well, what you gonna do if Trump take food stamps? What you gonna do if Trump take SSI? What you gonna do if Trump take housing? The same thing I've been doing for 47 years. Survive until it's time for me to go home. And when this body drop and I go to be with those ancestors, you better believe it ain't over. Cause I'm not going to forget. And I'm not going to rest in peace. You better believe that. I'm not going to rest in peace. Enough ancestors have done that. When I get free from this vessel, when my body leaves this vessel, I'm not going to rest in peace. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you. Thank you. Never get comfortable or depend on others 100% because people switch up quick. I remember going through puberty and people kept asking me if I'm a boy or a girl. I was so self conscious until I found the LGBTQIA theater, art, and eventually stoner communities. Support is so important. Mm, if it wasn't for the internet, I feel like I wouldn't have found community. And that's what's so important. Yeah, it did help us to find our community. Did you hear how RFK Jr. Bernie up with his wiggly voice? He told Bernie he accept mad money under the table too, so don't throw rocks. You talking about Bernie Sanders? Was gagged. Child, I did not know that Bernie Sanders was not in support of reparations for black people. Child, I gagged when I found that out. Cause baby Bernie Sanders was supposed to be the people's choice, honey. And I noticed we stopped talking about him. I did not know he was not in support of reparations for black people. Yeah, I did not know he was not. I thought he was the people's choice, baby. Child. Estella said 1111. Not the wiggly voice. Jill Stein pop up every 4 years for a check. Oh, don't do that to Jill Stein. What they say, Jill Stein? They was trying to make like Jill Stein was the people's choice too. But like I said, which was the whole purpose of this video. The true Elphaba has not entered the chat mainstream. She's not a part of the conversation. They are not a part of the conversation. Because the true Elphaba maybe not even identify with male or female construct. Like the true Elphaba is not even a part of the conversation. They done shadow banned her. They done shadow banned them. They done you was under the Jill spell. Go ahead. I know some other people who was under the Jill spell too. I know some other people who was under the Jill spell, but baby, like for real, like I am in this space right now where I'm thankful for all the support that I have and all the people who are gathered around me. But when if the shit really hit the fan, like it has the potential to hit the fan, I am prepared for all of it. The only thing that I would be devastated by is because I do have a lot of art and housing my art, making sure that my art is housed and making sure that my art is not lost. But at the end of the day, what's gonna be is gonna be. Um, all I could do is do my due diligence to try to protect my art, and but if I can't, sometimes you have to walk away from everything. Oh, thank you, Zayda. Yeah, sometimes you have to be able to walk away from everything. You have to be able to let go of everything. That was the reason why I got the apartment in New York in the first place, was because I need a place to store my art. Y'all literally see it's like taking over this damn room here, and this is like it's literally taking over this room, and this is not the art that I left in New York. So like these are my stories. Like this is what tells my stories, and this is what reminds me who I am and what my purpose is. And so like having to live in a tent, you know um I don't know. I think going back to nature though, I wouldn't so much need the art because it'll be back to purity. It'll be back to the way things were. It'll be like I'll be constantly reminded, like I wouldn't be bound by the construct, of this fabricated reality, man, woman, up, down, left, right. It'll just be is. It'll just be is. This headboard is serious, ain't it? Yeah, this is my sister house. Yeah, put this bed up in here for me. But yeah. So yeah, I'm just thankful. I'm also thankful that I have spaces and places where I could come to And and I'm just thankful that she's been housing my art for me for the past 2 years, give me my own room for my art and my altar, you know, and I'm just grateful for that. And now I have, I can bring my art back to my place. And I want to take all of this though, and I want to like condense it into like a into like an installation piece. Like I want to like condense it and try to bring it together. And over these next few years, I really honestly want to get some land, and I want to like have um I want to have some well, more like I would probably create pieces specifically to sell. I do think that eventually what I want to do is, and I've been thinking about this, was like a package deal. Like I want to like create like an incantation, um, like create an incantation and do like maybe some small paintings. Like I'm thinking about like doing like a care package of like doing a candle, doing a small painting, and doing a incantation, like a poem, and like putting them together as three, because y'all know I love the Trinity. So like a candle, an incantation, and a small painting, and like sell that. Like have and that way when we are doing the candle lighting, we can all do it together, and we can all have the words in front of us. We can have an image to look at, um depending on what we're trying to manifest, and then a candle. So I want to do like the little three part, like that's something that foresee myself doing this year, to have merch, to have something to actually give to people. And so once I get stable, like, because right now I'm kind of traveling, so I'm not at home, I'm in Georgia. That's something that I plan to do when I got back to New York, um because I want the stuff that I create, I don't want it to come from a um a store. I don't want it to be like, "Oh, you got this online." I legit want to go out and pick the candles myself, and I may order some like stickers offline though. Like I'll get some like blank candles that don't have anything on them, and then go online and get some stickers like printed with like my art on them, and then order them to me. But I would want to ship out the candles and ship out the paintings and ship out, because I want it to be my energy that is on them going directly to the people. Like I don't want it to be like, oh, you got it offline and it didn't have anything to do with me. Like I want, like, even though it's still my energy because it's my intellectual property and it's my idea, but I just, I if I ever had a church, I would never want a mega church. I would want it to be like one of those little small intimate churches. Cause I saw this woman talking about how we can fix society is through small eco villages, and I think that's something that I've always felt in my heart, that that's what's wrong with society, is that there's not enough representation community wise. Like, and when you look in these communities, like, people who live below the poverty line or everyday people are not being represented in their communities, in their neighborhoods. And so I feel like that's one of the vulnerable parts of American society, is that you could live next door to somebody and not even speak to them. You could live across the street from somebody and not even speak to them. And you'll travel way over here to this other neighborhood to speak to other people. Like we are not conditioned to be neighborly, and to like really, really foster community and build community. That's just not how we are. And so I want to create more intimacy with the people who are a part of Laylim Layler. And I want the energy to have a connection, and I want the exchange to be like that. And so that's why it's taken me a long time to actually do merchandise, because I don't want to just do something that's online and it looks nice, but I didn't actually touch it. I didn't actually um, give my intentions, or my energy is not physically connected with it. And so that's what's been hard for me as far as merchandise. Sometimes my integrity get on my damn nerves. but but I do love that about myself. I do love that about myself. But it definitely will keep me from being like super filthy rich. And I don't want to be it now, because as we see more and more examples of filthy rich people, we see even more so why they're not necessary, why they're corrupt, why it's wrong, why that's everything that's wrong with the world. I don't want to be rich. I do want to be able to have enough resources to be able to help the people that I love, and to be able to travel. That's important to me, to be able to help to build community, and to be able to move around to see community who are in different parts of the world or different parts of the country. So, this year, during this climate of all climates, that is something that I definitely want to do. I've been mulling that over. Interestingly enough, me and Faith are not speaking, but Faith was the one who had the idea about selling Laylim Layler candles, and I'm very grateful to her for sharing that idea with me. She was like, "You should have Laylim Layler candles," and I don't want it to just be the candles. I want it again um to be like a piece of art, and like a poem, and maybe the poem could even be on the art. I don't know, but I think it should be three different things, and then like put them in a package and send them out like that. And that way, during the live, when we're praying or when we're having that moment where I burn the candle at the end, we all could light our candles collectively, and that would strengthen the intentions, and that would be like solidarity. Like, I think there's more power in that. So yeah, that's definitely something that I want to see happen um, before my birthday. Before my birthday, like before the summer solstice, or who knows, maybe for the summer solstice. Like, that would probably be cute for like a rollout for the summer solstice. Come on, summer solstice. So yeah, I'll probably work on doing that for the summer solstice. I would say the spring, but I'm not being realistic, because I'm not going back to New York till probably like the middle of March, and the spring solstice will be like the next week. So summer solstice is probably more realistic. It's probably more realistic. I want to be rich as hell so I can give back and invest to give back even more. Rainbow or purple, white prayer beads, something like that to hold while we light the candles. I'm thinking gray and purple would be cute, cuz I like gray, cuz gray is black and white, yin yang, and purple is masculine and feminine energy. So I'm thinking more, cuz that's what Laylim Layler already embodies, like the gray and the purple. I don't know if it would be prayer beads, because I don't want to be too much like the Catholics. But I definitely will mold that idea around and see how I can um, create something that is in line with that. I actually already have an idea. I'm not going to say it on live though, but I will give you a clue. I would want whatever the entity is that we're communing with to indicate sovereignty, because that's what we need to remember, is that we are sovereign and that we are autonomous. And so the instrument that we would probably use or the entity in which we would connect with would be something that would denote sovereignty, so that we could all be reminded that we are royal, that we are sovereign, that we are self-aware, that we are autonomous. So I definitely would want it to be something like that. But in sovereignty, we understand, because a lot of us are confused about what sovereignty is. We think sovereignty is, because we've been seeing this colonial, we've been seeing all of these different colonial examples of sovereignty. We think that sovereignty is just about you sitting on a throne telling people what to do. Sovereignty is exercised with grace, wisdom, and service. Grace, wisdom, and service. So you serve the people. You serve your people. One of the things that you will always see me do, and it's because I'm happy to do it. When we were at the exactly, you clocked it. And there's another that was the first one I thought of. But there was another one there's another instrument that could be used for that as well. You always see them in possession of, you know, certain other things that speak to royalty and sovereignty. And so I definitely, and if you notice, I have a habit of, you see me with those types of things. And also, even my little infinity, that's made out of wood. But that like I'm gonna work it out and see which what it's gonna be. Um and we're gonna have those, associated with it, so we can have that energy, and we could really start, upgrading our connection this year, and upgrading, being able to put energy and intentions on these things. And these things can have the potential to become activated through prayer and intentions. Baby, I ain't putting nothing past it, because we're definitely in the season. We definitely in the season of activation, honey. Where those chakras are aligning, and that's one period. But child, let me get off this live, because I'm on 29%, and I haven't had nothing but a cup of coffee. And chill, I'm hungry. Anyway, I'm supposed to be running to the store to go and get some things, but yeah. I said I was gonna come on here and talk for a few minutes, and I've been on here an hour and a half. Might have been on here an hour and a half. I do have a candle burning, but I'm not gonna blow it out right now. Y'all see, I always got a damn candle burning. You see it, huh? And you see my altar over there, huh? You see my little altar. I miss my little altar. Look where it say lay lim lay lur. Wait, hold on. You see where it say lay lim lay lur on one of the little statues. You see, I made all of them by hand. But yeah, and you see that the little round ball got a crown on top of it. Don't play with me, baby. You see that brown ball got a crown on top of it. That brown earth is crowned with that ring that my auntie gave me. Oh yeah, honey, I be with the symbolism, baby. I be with the symbolism, baby. You felt the energy coming from the altar. Yeah, you saw that offering on there, hand too. Yeah, she gonna get offered up today or tomorrow. But I be serious about my I got an altar here. I got an altar back home. I'm trying to get me some more altars. Chill. Uh, Empathy was supposed to be the other altar in New York, but I guess we only got one altar right now. So chill. It is what it is. It is what it is. I'm not gonna keep on talking about empathy. I'm honestly not even mad anymore. I actually forgive her, but I have to fuck with her from a distance for now. Um, it actually hurts me that we are where we are. I wish that she would have been stronger. Um, I wish that she would have had better control over her emotions, you know. But I'm dealing with enough in this climate, and just watching the things, like not even the argument that me and her had. I think the reason why it got out of hand like it did was because I had already like I was already worn thin. Like I was very disappointed in some of the things I saw her do. Like a lot of the stuff that I talked about in the video, I had been holding it in. And I think that that moment was just a moment where I was like, okay, child, I can't do this no more. Like, and and the gag is that wasn't even a moment because I would have forgiven it and moved on and let it go. But when she started talking about my status and started talking about um me passing the virus to people and accusing me of that and the bitch was actually right. You know, like she had made a little slick comment on Facebook talking about that's not no that's not no she said that's not no UTI, that's a STI. Well, it wasn't a STI either, but it was an infection. So the reason why I've been having a cloudy discharge from my a cloudy discharge from my vagina is because it's not finished healing and they gave me this cream to put up in there and I wasn't using the cream like I was supposed to use the cream. So when I went to go and see the doctor the other day, he asked me was it cloudy because it's not supposed to be cloudy, it's supposed to be clear. And so he was like, the reason why it's cloudy and the reason why there's so much of it is because you have not been using the antibiotic ointment that's supposed to be going up in there. And this is true because yesterday I noticed since I've been using the ointment like I'm supposed to be using, and since I've been doing what I'm supposed to be doing, there's less discharge and it is not as clarity. So it is really starting to look better. So the bitch was trying to be funny, but the bitch was actually right. The bitch like when the bitch said that's not normal, it really wasn't normal. I'm gonna give that bitch that. The bitch was actually right about that. Like that's how I can be honest and I can tell the truth. Like I'm not gonna sit up and lie. The bitch actually had a point. Like when I talked to my doctor, man, if the doctor was like, yeah, nah. He didn't do all that. I'm caneening it up, but it really honestly um it wasn't no sexually transmitted though. It didn't happen from me having unprotected sex with somebody. It wasn't a result of that. It was a result of me not using the ointment like I was supposed to use it. And I'm just happy because I was concerned because I was like, bitch, this hoe is runny. This shit look like snot. What the fuck is going on here? And instead of her being supportive and trying to figure out how you could help me, you take to the internet and you start reading. And and so to me that's just a weak link. Like and she's expressed that behavior before and I've had to check her about that. You show a weak alliance when you do shit like that publicly. You show your weakness. You show your potential to betray someone. You should never, that makes us look weak as an alliance. That makes us look weak for you to come for me publicly like that. That like and she had a habit of coming for me in front of people and just being contrary to what I'm saying in front of people. And I've had to pull her to the side and be like, I'm glad that you have your own mind. I'm glad that you have your own thoughts, but don't do that in front of people because it shows weakness. It shows that, oh well damn, how the fuck we supposed to follow them when they ain't even got their shit together? Like how are we supposed to respect this movement when you bitches can't even agree? Like you bitches is arguing in front of us. Like You cannot, like, and that's a problem in our movement. Like, I have not been able to follow other people's movements because I haven't heard anybody who's saying anything that I agree with. Either y'all talking like the colonizer exactly, y'all verbatim repeating what the colonizer is saying, y'all so busy trying to get white people coins, white people access, and white people resources that you're not making sense to black people who are truly not out here trying to coon and sell out. Like, you're not making any sense. And I can't, with good conscience, align myself with that because my integrity won't allow me to. And so there's been a lot of movements that I have not even much been able to get with or sit down with, is because y'all starting off cooning. I understand, like, let's lay a foundation of integrity. Let's be able to say what we stand on and stand on business and call a thing a thing. And if every now and then we have to take a moment just to tap dance here and there to get a little something extra for our people to make sure our people good, then I could fuck with that. But y'all start off cooning. Y'all start the movement cooning. Y'all, the foundation is coonery. First, you gotta stand on something. You gotta consistently stand on it. And I gotta, so that when we do see you put them tapping shoes on a minute, we already know what it is because we done seen the foundation. The foundation has been laid. I have not seen a movement that has given me that type of solid foundation. And you can't just say, I'm helping everything that's black and I'm for black people, because a lot of black people, their whole brand is coonery. You can't just say, I'm rooting for everything that's black. I'm supporting black people. Because just because you're for black people and you're supporting everything that's black, don't mean that you're not supporting coonery and Uncle Tomery and buffoonery. It does not mean that. Because some black people be the main ones cooning. Got a PhD in coonology. You're not gonna get me with that one. You can't just come at me and say we support black owned businesses, we for black, anything that have to do with black. You can't get me like that. That's not enough for me. That's not enough. You can't just get me with black. You can't just get me. It take a little bit more than that. Cause I know some of y'all is literally white people with black faces. Some of y'all literally it was born in blackface, but you're white. And when I say white, I mean you value the same things that the colonizers and the oppressors value. Your values are the same. You just have melanin. Don't try wordplay with Geminis. Exactly. Not at all. This resonates. Speak it, Gemini genius, mind of Mercury. Right. You can't just get me with that. You can't just get me with that. It's gonna take a little bit more than that. I ordered some Basset cat statues to go with my Gaia Mother Earth statue. I found some crystals that resonate with me. I buy some crystals from you. That would be nice. Yeah, I want to get. I do. I have a lot of crystals on my altar that I've been collecting. But yeah, you can't just get me with that. Like, a lot of times people think as soon as you say the word black and I'm black this and I'm black that, let me see how this black is showing up. Let me see what this black is giving. Let me evaluate this blackness. Yeah. Cause some black people literally do that just so they could be the gatekeepers of what blackness looked like. Let's take, for example, black trans advocacy. People literally name themselves black this just so they could gatekeep that aspect of blackness. But then when you go to black trans advocacy for yourself and you really pay attention to what's going on, you understand that before they're concerned about black people, they're concerned about that money. They love black people, but that check clearing matters just a little bit more. They got some black people that love you, but if that check not clearing, this love gonna have to wait. The check need to clear. It need to be black check advocates because they want that check, that black check, that check for being black, the black check. Give me the check. I'm black. I'm trans. I'm gatekeeping. Where's my check? The black trans check advocates. Give me my check. Cause that blackity black shit. Only reason why I'm doing this is because I saw a check in it. Now where's my check? Period. Now I like a check too. But a check is not more important to me than the work. Do we need to stand up and go back to this closet over here? And do I need to point to this tent again? Do I need to show you the tent that's in the closet again? Because when I say I'm standing on principles, when I say I'm standing on business, when I say the integrity that I have is different, and I fought with it for a long time, child. Baby, I can remember when my daughters, I can remember when my daughter was getting arrested. And I didn't want her to go to jail by herself. Bitch, I hadn't got away. Bitch, the police wasn't about to take me to jail. They was about to take her. This was before I knew what advocacy, this was before I really understood what advocacy was. This was before I really understood what community was. We was doing it already and didn't know we was doing it. Child, I walked back across the street knowing that this man was going to take me to jail. It was white police officers. Knowing one white police officer and one black police officer. I knew they was going to take me to jail just because I was trans. And I walked back across that street and went to jail with her so that she wouldn't have to be in jail by herself. This was before I even understood what community was. I just knew that that was my trans daughter. I loved her. I didn't want her to be in jail by herself. She was young, and I was worried about her being in there by herself. So I went in that bitch with her. How many people you know is actually built like that? And that is not something I'm bragging about. That is just me telling who I was before I knew who I was. Like when I look back on that, I'm like, bitch, you walked across the street. You was out of the police reach. You could have put some money on her books. You could have went to go visit her. But bitch, you went to jail with her. Then when we got to jail, I advocated to make sure we was by each other. Community ain't like that no more. You got all these motherfucking fakes on the internet trying to pretend to be something that they not. Y'all ain't really for community. You know. You will know if they was really for community because there's nowhere in the world all of y'all would have been getting all these money and y'all had all these organizations and all it. Y'all been getting money hand over fist in the trans community for 10 years and look where we at. Look what happened. This you will know a tree by the fruit that it bears. The wrong people was at the head of our movements. But y'all want to blame Trump. Y'all want to make Trump the scapegoat. Trump could not have done what he had done if y'all would not have made leaders out of the wrong people. Y'all gave them the ammunition that they needed to shoot it all down. Putting greedy, selfish, narcissistic, vain people at the head of the movements that only intention was to line their pockets off of your pain and your trauma. But y'all trying to blame Trump. Trump could have never did this to he could have never did this to us without your help. You will know a tree by the fruit that it bears. And y'all put greedy, selfish people, y'all put the wrong people at the front of the movement. And this is the fruit of that. This is what fell off the tree. This is what y'all grew for all these years. Laverne showed y'all. Janet Mock showed y'all. Baby, when I tell you when this movement started, Laverne was at all the conferences. Y'all paid Laverne out the wazoo to represent the trans community. And now, what you get out of Laverne? A video from the comfort of her home in Mugler. Y'all had T.S. Madison on floats as the Grand Marshal. How many marches did you actually see her march in before y'all made her the Grand Marshal? How many rallies did you see her speak at for free before y'all made her the Grand Marshal? I'ma wait. And I love Hope Giselle down to the ground, but her timeline seemed more about her being fab. Her timeline seemed more about her being fab and channeling Beyonce than really doing the work. Y'all wanted the fab girls. Y'all wanted the fab girls. Y'all wanted the girls with the, y'all read my teeth and y'all read me and this and that. Y'all wanted the fab girls. Y'all wanted the dolls. You wanted the dolls to represent. You wanted the glamazons to represent. I know that's right. That's what y'all wanted. You wasn't really worried about substance. You wasn't really worried about integrity. You was really worried about aesthetic. You was really worried about brand. You was really worried about image. And now Donald Trump has done away with that image. Donald Trump has said, pick a side. You're a man or a woman. If you can pass, shut the fuck up. Y'all didn't want that rock the boat. And then Hope Giselle give you these speeches about black power and trans power. Meanwhile, all the while she's assimilating into the whole the whole thing we should be fighting against. She's becoming one of them right before our eyes. So how is your voice valid when you legit assimilating to become one of them? How are you any different from a politician? Because every now and then you cut your hair short and wear it blonde. You throw some dreads in your head every now and then. You put some dreads on every now and you could do black colloquialisms, say a cuss word, tell us an old spicy story, and reconnect with your blackness. They use their blackness like it's like you're a part of the in crowd. Like, and then only want to tell stories about the bougie and the elite and the dolls. But y'all not the ones being oppressed. Y'all not the ones who are experiencing struggle. Yet and still, y'all are the ones capitalizing most off of the stories of the girls that y'all don't want the camera to see. Oh, we don't want to hear about those stories. That's depressing. But we will hear about it if y'all get to be the ones that tell it. Y'all get to tell our stories. The girls who still actively experiencing struggle, the girls who actively still experiencing trauma, and the girls who actively still going through it. Y'all tell those stories and make them look pretty, and then y'all get booked, and y'all booked and busy. Y'all traveling around telling the stories, making the money, glamorizing transness when really the girls that need to be being highlighted, y'all wouldn't be caught dead with. And you wonder why they was able to do away with everything. Because it's a joke. And then the ones that did have a little power and a little pull, y'all got so big headed and with the feeling y'all self so much. Y'all with the feeling y'all self so much. It had to went to your head. When have you ever seen Hope share her platform with girls who were not it girls? When have you ever seen um T.S. Madison share her platform with girls who were not it girls? When have you ever seen Janet Mock or Laverne Cox share their platform with girls who were not it girls? All of these years, all of the girls with major platforms, they've all only shared their platforms with girls who were it girls, girls who were dolls, girls who were fab. And where did that get y'all? Faith Evans said, right back where I started again. Unbearable the pain I'm in. First time you left me lonely, I told myself those days were gone. Convinced that I was fed up with your kind of love. But then you called me and you told me the things I wanted to hear. Yeah, yeah. But now I'm crying again, missing you again. The hurt from you I thought was gonna end. I'm right back where I started again. Unbearable the pain I'm in. Right back where I started again. Right back where I started again, bitch. Right back where I started again, bitch. Like that pointy nose. Wait, they only love you when they can use your demographic for information to get paid. If Trump actually gives out reparations, I wonder what pro-black people gonna say. They gonna say they don't want it. Shit, no shade. Most of those black slave labels over identifiers for a check aren't even who the fuck they say they are. I'm talking octoroons and quadroons. Oops, integrity. Yep, I literally witnessed a black Latina organization disclose my mother's status, a false story after her death for a check. Wow. I'm getting BLM flashbacks. Where does those donations money reside? Chill, in that big old house she bought. And certain organizations got lots of coins. And they're living fab on the Ave. Willful negligence. Nothing, nowhere. I ain't heard Janet or Laverne name in a hot minute. And you ain't. They don't need that, baby. They good. Baby, baby baby Janet been phased out. But Laverne's still over there on Instagram in Mugler doing lives, telling you about the Caucasian designers that she loves. And every now and then she gonna give you a rant about the trans community because you know, hey, that's where her bread is buttered. She probably get such the donations just from sitting in front of that camera. Narcissistic, diabolical grifters, gatekeepers, cross-dressers who took it too far with white supremacy and octoroon face and who live in L'Oreal perpetual victimhood and wannabe models. Oops. The Grand Poobah. The Grand Poobah. Hope did a complete 180, didn't she? People usually fall for an appearance. Peace, Queen Poop. Miss Kaneen Poop. Hey, Anandia. From Bo Jackson to T.S. Beyonce. Girl, I'm not about to do this with. I'm not about to do this with 100% pure love right now. Go to your room. Put your phone down. Put your phone down. No more comments for the rest of the chat. Bad girl. Ooh-wee. He destroyed that JPEG with the quickness. Wait, JPEG. Oh, wait a minute. She wanted to be the next Laverne Cox, to be honest. Crochet, crochet dreads. I told, I told you to stop and 100% pure love. Now behave. Did you see the clip of Amaria LaNegra reading a bleacher for calling her a black ass bitch? No, I didn't see that. Child, what had inspired this video was Angelica Ross talking about she was comparing herself to Elphaba from Wicked. That bitch said she Elphaba girl. I mean, Hope is a entertainer that profit off of other girls' experiences and formulate it in her own word. You better say that. I've never heard it articulated like that, but cause I definitely feel like she should be in a movie. I definitely feel like she missed her calling. I feel like she should just be a celebrity. I feel like she should just be in movies. Like I really honestly do. Like I feel like Hope would be perfect for anything Tyler Perry is doing. Like I think she could be one of the cast members of Sisters. Like I really legit like they need to add her as the trans one. Like have five of them, make one of them trans, and let it be Hope. She would be perfect, perfect. Then you know Tyler Perry like a certain Tyler Perry tries to find a way to make females look masculine. Like he really do have a thing for masculine looking women. TS poverty porn. Oh my goodness. Yeah. And they living in poverty, but won't talk about churn. That's how I feel about some of these YouTubers faking about being trafficked when there's real victims out here. Meanwhile, the YouTubers making bank off cash apps and nobody can find the missing kids. Hope is a grifter. Hate to say it, but it's obvious. All she wanted was a new face, big tits, and a bunch of butch queen husband. Oh wait a minute. Hope is a grifter. Hate to say it, but it's obvious. All she wanted was a new face, big tits, and a butch queen husband. My God is God today. And a butch queen husband. Not like in a partridge in a pear tree. And a partridge in a pear tree. Madison will always be Timothy. Oh my goodness. You will always be Timothy. Y'all know I called myself Antoine at the beginning of the live, so Bitch, I could say this and not feel like I'm being messy, bitch. I said, I'm Kaneen, I'm Tila, and I'm Antoine. So I'm whole. So it's not me being messy. But it was funny. You will always be Timothy. Two hearts, two hearts that beat as one. You're every step I make. The ones that make it are interlopers. Maddie about to traffic them girls at the safe house. You think it's gonna actually be a safe house, girl? OMG, Anadia. I'm telling the truth. I randomly seen a headline on my feed when she was on the Tamarind show. Oh, you saw? So she talked about it on the Tamarind Hall show. It's invested at them. It's invested at them sex parties too. Laverne singing opera and making Beyonce inspired videos. She done went to sleep. Girl, Beyonce, girl, Laverne was she ever woke? No tea, no shade. Some rooms, it don't matter how much money you got. If you black, you not coming in, period. Girl, you think that she about to you think that the Madison house is gonna be the best little whorehouse in Georgia? She gonna have them girls up in there working 9 to 5. What a way to make a living. Laverne still on a day two coke bender, pretending to cry with a fan on in a dirty lingerie, doing her Beyonce Sweet Dreams dance routine, poorly to get sympathy by the proxy for the death of others. Girl, when she did that video with her standing in front of that fan snotting, you saying that was cocaine that was running out her nose, and that's why she was not like that because it was cocaine? You think it was the cocaine that was coming out her nose? Is it cocaine? It wasn't the cocaine. Was it that made her nose runny like that? That would also explain Laverne waistline because we know that bitch getting a quality coke. Bitch, we know that hoe ain't doing no bullshit coke, bitch. Ain't no fentanyl in that coke, bitch. Girl, ain't no fentanyl in that coke. The best thing about Maddie shading you was that you popped up on my algorithm and I've been watching ever since. Thanks, Madison. Talk about backfire. This is hilarious. Thank you, Sean. Or she still pretended to be Bull Tovin. Fatima is feeling it today, baby. Singing white sweet nothings or what she thinks it is further disassociate. I'm done. I love Angelica, but she full of shit. I love Angelica too. I love Angelica too, but girl, don't you dare try to compare yourself to Elphaba, girl. Like, that's why, girl, I was trying to be quiet on the community, but bitch, girl, you look like Cynthia. You look like Cynthia. We could paint you in green face, girl, and you probably could play Elphaba in the movie, girl. But girl, to call yourself Elphaba in real life, come on now, sis. Come on now, sis. That bitch talking about how she stood up to the Democratic Party after you endorsed Kamala. You endorsed Kamala first, and then you talking about how you stepped away from Hollywood after years and years of them bitches playing in your face, girl. Girl, after you did um 3 seasons of Pose, she did make it to the third season, right? Or did they kill her in the second season? After you did Pose and after you did American Horror Story, girl, stop. Girl, you did a couple of seasons of American Horror Story. Girl, you got your face played in. You was the girl that was willing to go over to you was the dark skinned girl that was willing to go over to American Horror Story. And then the gag is after you left American Horror Story, the Rodriguez girl stepped right in where you left off at. Baby, you didn't want baby, he kept right on working with the Rodriguez girl. So come on, girl. I respect a girl who's a token girl and don't try to pretend like she nothing else but a token. She just trying to get her coin. She just trying to get her check. Girl, if you a token girl and you just try to get your coin, girl, that's why I don't give Laverne too much, girl, because we already know what it is, girl. We already saw what it was. That's why I don't give RuPaul too. That's why I don't give Mother Ru too much, because bitch, we already know what it was, girl. It's no qualms about it, girl. It is what it is, girl. The girls that I be having issues with is the girls who we can see you tap dancing 24 hours a day. You got me working, working day and night. Boom, dun, dun. Got me working, working day and night. She work hard for it, honey. She good hard for it, honey. She good hard for it, honey, and you better treat her right. Bitch, coon in the night. Hey. Girl, the ones that we see cooning, and girl, you trying to pretend like, girl, we don't see you cooning, girl. Girl, stop. Like, if you cooning, girl, you cooning, girl. That's fine, girl. But girl, keep it a buck about it, girl. That's why I respect. I don't really have, like I said, I don't be having too much to say about Laverne. I used to get in my feelings about Laverne because Laverne used to be trying to give me a male advocate. I used to, if before I came into consciousness about, a thing is just a thing. I used to be in my feelings about RuPaul, but girl, RuPaul have always kept it a bean. Bitch, I'm trying to get my coin, girl. They wasn't paying me. I was trying to do the black thing, girl. They wasn't giving me my coins, girl. The coins was over here being the glamazon. So, baby, guess what I did? I went and got my coin. Girl, I'm not gonna never be bad with a girl who could keep it real and be like, at the end of the day, I love you, black people. I wish you well, but my coin mean more to me than all of that. I want my coin. My coin come first. Like I can respect honesty at the end of the day. Do I respect you? Maybe not so much. Would I fuck with you the long way? Maybe not so much. But I can respect you keeping it a bean. No, Glenda's not the witch that got smushed by the house. On Alphaba is. No shade, perfect. A Butch Queen husband. Damn, laughing my ass off. Not a partridge in a pear tree stomach. You heard what I said. I said, wait, 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 wait. She said she wanted some big tits. She said she wanted, wait, wait, what she wanted, a face done, some big tits, and a Butch Queen husband, and a partridge in a pear tree. Yes, ma'am. She sure did. And I shook my head, honey. Mmm. Chuck E. Cheese tokens. Mmm. Laverne be sniffling. Girl. Madison still has Raw Dog Productions. She is going to put those fully functional queens to work. Girl, they not gonna be. They're not gonna be working this. They go, she not gonna, girl, she not gonna do that to them people. Girl, she not gonna do that to them people. Go. Now 100% pure love. Now you're going too far. You're going too far, sister. She not gonna do that, girl. She not gonna do that, girl. She gonna have Bibles in that house, and she gonna teach them about Father God, King Jesus. She gonna have them praying every night to Father God, King Jesus. She gonna say, she gonna teach them. They gonna get on their knees and they gonna pray to the Father, and He gonna work everything out. That's what's gonna go on. She gonna teach them about the good Lord and the King Jesus. Oh, and how and a mighty Lord God King so they serve. That's what matters. She gonna teach them how to be fine Christian mingle young ladies. She not gonna do none of that debauchery that you talking. She not gonna have them in there slanging pipe on Raw Dog Productions. Nah, she not gonna do that. And I ain't gonna let you say that about her. I'm not gonna let you talk and say she gonna have them raw dogging on Raw Dog Productions. I'm not gonna let you say that, not sister. Ain't no rest at the halfway house of T.S. Madison. I'm about Laverne got fish scales, got got fish scales and red bottoms. Halfway house, I'm screaming. LOL at Anandia. 20, 2025 year of the switch up. Quiet as kept. They are all paid to promote the Democratic plantation and shepherd the willfully stupid and silly to cast their souls further for further enslavement. Baby, you had said that, Fatima. They all paid to willfully promote the Democratic Party. Now, if you ain't just a monitoring spirit, make sure you click that thumbs up and you help us move through the algorithm because we having a conversation that a lot of people scared to have because the gatekeepers, they don't like us talking like this. They don't like us being too free on this plantation. So if you ain't afraid to have a conversation, and you ain't worried about massive finding out, you gonna click that thumbs up because the gatekeepers gonna find this and they gonna be mad and they gonna be saying you might hear some old smart things being said, but guess what? We free. And if you free, click that thumbs up button. If you free in your mind and you free in your heart and you free in your spirit, if they don't run you, if they don't control you, if you got your own mind and you could think for yourself, you click that thumbs up button. Because we ain't always got to get along and agree. We could have our own mind. We could have our own thoughts. And we could speak them freely over here at Lay Lem Lay Lur, long as we ain't yelling at each other and hollering at each other. I could listen to anything. You must be talking about me, but don't be hollering at me, bitch. Don't be hollering, bitch. My nerves bad. But you can say what you want. I listen. Just make sure I get to say what I want when it's my turn to talk. I won't be able to talk too. And thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate everybody who clicked the thumbs up button. I appreciate y'all. For the first time, we got more thumbs up than people on the live because it'll never be like that. Yes, Fatima. Said for the ones in the back row. Child, I can't even clutch my pearls anymore. Nothing surprises me. They was doing diet activism. It was a little light, low calorie activism, you say? Low carb, low calorie activism, you say? What's been gagging me lately is the 92% black women who voted for Kamala talking about they not gonna do nothing to keep their peace. They already doing that. That's why Trump in there now. No shade. Chill. Chell, she was a band-aid. I can't stand when they sip from their dirty cup like they better than everyone else, but asking for advocacy, but don't want to advocate for no one else. Exactly. She finna turn all them girls L. They gonna be banking sperm and breeding ass. Child, y'all really feel like this lady finna have a whole house. Y'all really, and this what I'm saying, like, cause a lot of girls have been saying that cause I don't believe, like, I'm not against sex work and I'm not saying anything is wrong with sex work. I just, for me, it's just like how gay people run the world, like, and get to control the world by not talking about being gay. Like, it's allegedly that Oprah is a lesbian. It's alleged that Tyler Perry is gay. It's alleged that T.S. Madison is still whoring, you know, and not and to me, to not be able to be honest about it, if you still doing it, you know, if you still selling some ass, if you suck a little dick in private or you eat a little cat in private, it ain't none of our business. But are you ashamed of it? Because it's alleged. But it wouldn't surprise me if that's what was happening, because, you know, child, for years and years and years, you know, you never talked about your sex partners. And, you know, when you never talk about your sex partners, and we know that that wealthy men have been hitting you up and that you were a sex worker. So when these men hit you up, it's hard to believe that you're not still getting a coin out these niggas. You feel me? What would you do if your son was at home crying alone on the bathroom floor because he's hungry? What would you do if your son was at home crying all alone on the bathroom floor because he's hungry and the only way to feed him is to sleep with a man for a little bit of money, and his dad is gone in lockdown? Now I ain't got a job now. This is what I call bitch. I'm not substitute. Oh, oh wait, oh wait, oh wait, oh wait. Now I'm have that in my head all day. Now I'm gonna want to go and play the song. Ooh wee, ooh wee. Yeah, I'm a pray. I'm a pray for them girls. Nadia, not halfway house. No shade. Those were my first thoughts last year. And a text right off. Fatima, are my messages visible? I don't know. I didn't know you get a tax write off. Oh yeah, it's gonna be a tax write off. I see your messages. Real talk. They fitting to send them agent punks to talk shit. We should all move to Area 51 and start a leftist cult. Why I gotta be leftist though? Maddie about to be TS Pimp Daddy, no shade. I'ma keep it a buck. The cabaret murder, I think you're a agent, low key. Child, Myrtle have always been like Myrtle have been on my page um for like 10 years. Like Myrtle have been around here almost since the beginning, and they just like being problematic. But every now and then they will say some beautiful shit, some shit that I really, really respect, but they literally just like being problematic. And I'm used to it because it's a balance. Like if it was always fuck shit, then I would have been got rid of them. I would have been hid this channel from them. But they have said some beautiful comments over the year, but every now and then, and that's a part of wholeness. So I do respect that. Um, I do respect that they're not afraid to say what they think, and I do want people to, if you have a different opinion or if you feel a way about something and you don't agree, like it shows that you're wrestling with the content. It shows that you're struggling. So, but I have seen them on my page for over 10 years. And sometimes I vibe with the comments, and sometimes I'd be like, "What the fuck is you talking about?" Like we've literally went backwards and forwards in the comment section before it was a chat, before it was a live. Like we've been doing this shit, so Myrtle is not new to the channel. I think it's straight. I think he is. I don't think he's trans. I'ma keep it a buck. Mm, Anandia. Laughing my ass off for Tima. Like you saw me, huh? What I'ma keep it real. Zainapu. Murdy. Murdy is on my list. Yes, balance. Murdy is a mystery. Agent punks. Murdy is on a short leash. Oh yeah, cause I remember like that's the only reason why Myrtle gets some grace today because I had to tell 100% pure love because last time Myrtle said something cute. Before I could even save Birdie was gone. before I could even Before I could even open my mouth to save Birdie was gone. Birdie was gone. 100% pure love said, bye, Murdy. Bye for 24 hours. Murdy Thinker. We don't want to hear no more of your thoughts today. We don't want to hear no more of your thoughts today. And got that ass booted. Rose in the cult queen, Kani Mafa, forum manager, Anandia, Goats Ministry, Fatima, Queen of Prayers, 100% Pure Love, Candle Sales, Anandia. You is, Lord, this thing to sit up here and created the whole cult. Oh my goodness. This thing that created the whole motherfucking order of the motherfucking code. We is not doing no motherfucking coast murdy. We is not doing no motherfucking way. I think I said it wrong. So, oh wait a minute, you did get two roles, Anandia. Baby, so Anandia, you gonna have to work hard, huh? Role in the cult queen at Kanemafa, farm manager Anandia, Goat Ministries, Fatima, Queen of Prayers, at 100% Pure Love, candle sales, Anandia. You is doing way too fucking much. Nah, what Aaron gonna be doing? Cause Aaron got to be doing something in our cult. We cannot have a cult without Aaron. We cannot have a cult without my Aaron. Let me let you know something, baby. Aaron gotta be in the cult, baby. You left Aaron out the cult, so the cult is not culting. It is not culting. That's right, baby. Baby. Where is Aaron at in this cult, baby? Is that like goat yoga? Look, I will be called daddy. Oh my goodness. You will not be called daddy. We will not be calling you daddy. We will not be calling you daddy. We will be calling you Diddy, as in P. Diddy, the diddler. Yeah. All I do, I'll do the candle sales. I don't know about foreign manager though. Okay, okay. Not daddy, no daddy calling. We'll call him bottom. So he's going to be the bottom on the bottom. The girls are going to cast their cares inside of the bottom of the well. He won't he he won't know Indian either. Wait a minute. He's gonna when the girls are stressed out after a long day. When the girls are stressed out after a long day, the girls are gonna go and cast their cares inside of the well, in the bottom. Yep, he's gonna be getting topped by the butch punks in the cold, and we're gonna watch it. We're gonna say, "Come on out here," and for our entertainment today, we're gonna call our power bottoms. Ooh, that would be so cute though if we did have a cult. For our entertainment, we would make we would have our Amazon warriors go out and capture DL bottoms, DL power bottoms who mean to the girls and who pretend like they never, act like they hate the girls, but deep down inside they be power bottoming for other niggas. And they be around here, getting fucked by their homeboys and shit. And so we would have our Amazon warriors, our Amazon trans warriors. They would go out and they would find them and they would capture them and bring them back. And we would watch them get their ass taken for sport. Yes, honey. We would watch them. We would fetch, and I would be sitting there. We would all be sitting on our little golden thrones, and we would be sitting there. We would say, "Let the games begin." And before all the sports happen, we'll have our cleaners, and our cleaners would make sure all of them took some enemas because we don't want to be smelling no shit and seeing no dookie and all that. If we saw anybody painted, if it was any mud that happened, we would have to give them the lash for painting. They would get lashes. They would get beat for painting. No paintings, no paintings. So we would stop the match. We would end the session, just like we would end the session, and they would have to be beat for painting. We wouldn't allow no mud. We don't. This is a clean sport. This is a clean sport. We don't want to see no mud. No mud. No mud, and also if it's blood, that means that this is too rough. So we would beat the top for making them bleed, and we would beat the bottom for pain. If you paint, we gonna beat you for painting. And if you make them bleed, you being too rough. You playing too rough. You get a lash for being too rough. And so we want this to be a clean match. We don't want to see any blood, and we don't want to see any dookie. And we would make and we say, let the games begin. And we would watch as those cakes were worked. And the one that did it the best, they be throwing it in a circle, and they be switching up positions, and they be throwing it back, and they be really really getting into it, and they be gouging, and they be and then we see and then we start throwing other warriors in, and then they have trains run on them, and they be having hand jobs done, and they be gang bangs done, and seeing how many they could take at one time. The girls, baby. The girls would be sitting there watching it, girl. All of the all of the we let the fully functionals and all of them participate, and all the girls who've had bottom surgery, girl. We would just be sitting there watching, girl. All the castrated girls and the post-op girls, we just be sitting there watching, girl, being entertained, girl. That's enough for today. We've seen enough for today. No more cheeks clapping. Take it away. Take them away. Take them back to their cells. Now let us drink and eat and be merry. And bitch, the winner, we give them an award and a trophy. Yes, honey. They be crowned the most powerful bottom in all the lands. Yes, they would receive an award, bitch, the most powerful bottom, bitch. They would be known, bitch, and someone would come out and sing their praises. Powerful bottom you are. Your hole is deep as the deepest ocean. Your cheeks are wide as the widest valley. Power bottom. Yes, honey. Power bottom, a victory. No chocolate milk, or you will be punished. We don't want to see that foolishness. Sound like Massa's heaven. I hate this. We want to see cheeks clapped excessively. Fully functional. Mm-hmm. Chocolate milk, I'm over. Uh-huh. I'd be in the corner sipping some Taylor Port. Sipping some Taylor Port judging. Bitch looking for one drop of blood or one drop of dookie, bitch. It's the punishment for the contribution for the contribution of the patriarchy. Okay, the patriarchy. Enough, everything. Enough. Off with their off with their cakes. Bitch, we chopping off cakes, bitch. You got a big old booty, bitch. We chopping off booty cheeks, bitch. We crown them the emperor of bottoms. Yes, you are on top of all the bottoms. You are the you are a bottom amongst bottoms. You are a top amongst bottoms. The royal Trade choir. Ooh, yes. And have all trade come out to serenade the bottom. And then after they've all serenaded the bottom, then they would all gouge the bottom's cookies. They would all stand in line, and as they poked the bottom, they would sing in harmony, and they would hit different notes as they ejaculated gleefully. Oh, 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 oh. Joe, let me get off this line. Ooh, I use this channel to learn vocabulary and oratory. Then we crown one trade with the biggest dick in the land, the top of the bottoms. Yes, yes, the one with the biggest pipe. The one who could go all the way to the bottom of the go all the way to the bottom of the deepest valley. And they would be our reigning top and bottom. Yes, honey, they would be our reigning top and bottom. All hail the greatest top in the land, and all hail the deepest bottom in the land. Yes, the deepest of bottoms. The deepest of bottoms, and the toppiest of tops. I'm over y'all. Y'all funny as hell, OMG. Yes, honey. Yes. Look at Kevin talking about shaking my head. I'm going to keep my comments to myself, Kevin. But you know what thought had crossed my mind? look at look at Anadia messy ass. Thinking out loud for me. Stop thinking out loud for me, Anadia. We behaving in this chat today. We behaving in this chat today. We not gonna. Good. That lady said, Kevin, you want to get top pool? You could be a member. What? We gonna use we gonna use America's Top Model as the song. Wanna be on top? we gonna use. We gonna use that the what that song the song used to be wanna be on top. And baby look the deep breath. Yes, honey. Yes, honey. We gonna take to the battlefield, honey. Ooh, that used to be my song though. That's gonna be the song, baby. For when we start this we're rooting for you. We're rooting for you. And then when a bitch paint or bleed, we're gonna say sashay away. You see that? You see what you did? Sashay away. Cause if you can't keep yourself clean, how the hell you gonna keep somebody else clean? Sashay away. An idea out here trying to make people members. And you gonna support her. That's what she said. You gonna be a member. Do y'all remember Tyra came out with her first song, Shake Your Body? I had that on MP3. The bottoms that keep it together. Shantae, you stay. Douche away. And then we're gonna have that Femme Queen song. Douche down, douche down, douche down. That's gonna be the song they're gonna be playing while they douching. Douche down. That girl, the Femme Queen girl that be singing that song talking about douche down. That's what we're gonna say, douche down. Whenever whenever a girl ain't douched her shit out right, girl, we're gonna say douche down. Shit stain away. Not sashay away. Shit stain away. Shit stain away. Douche down. Ooh wee. Ooh wee. Wait. When is your next book out? I'm supposed to be helping my mama finish her book before I write my next book. Fatima, she's talking like she's packing like that. Look at Kevin. I, I'm, I'm the head douche administrator. So you got to make sure that everybody is taking their douches right. Learn something from this. Erin is so damn silly. Miss Kevin, who said I was tipping. I mean, other niggas rock climbing you. Anadia says she gonna be sitting on the panel watching. She's gonna be one of the watchers. She, who said I was stopping? I think Anadia is gonna be one of the sitting on the court watching as y'all the gladiators. Oh no, we not gonna Miss Boogie, yes. We gonna call them the bootyators. The bootyators. Not gladiators, bootyators. Like booty eating, bootyators. And so we're gonna have bootyators. The bootyators are gonna take to the Coliseum, see 'em, and the bootyators. So it's going to be divided into tops and bottoms, and the bootyators, and the bottoms are going to have to get in these uncomfortable ass positions, and we're going to have to see how long they could get pounded out, pounded in their soul, and how we're going to test them to see if they're ready is before they get pounded out by the biggest penises known to man, because all of the tops are going to have to be hung like horses. Like we not doing no regular size sticks. Like we going to have horse cocks. Like you got to have a stupid, embarrassing, humiliating ass dick, and you got to be able to take all that. So how they're going to be tested is before they even get pounded out by these big old massive ass dicks. This is gonna be a fisting event where motherfuckers gonna be running their fist up their ass, and they gonna be doing butt plugs and all this just to make sure that they clean. You know what I'm saying? And then once we see that everything is clean, we gonna say we're gonna give the official trumpet, and somebody gonna blow on the trumpet, and then all the audience Gonna say douche down, douche down, douche down, douche down, and everybody who and all the booty holes that's clean, they're gonna be saying douche down, and then the ones who booty holes is not clean, we're gonna say shit stain away, and so then the ones who got the shit, the ones who painted, they're gonna have to leave. They're gonna have to get off the stage. And the ones who left, the audience gonna be still saying, douche down, douche down. And then we're gonna bring out the big cock bootyators. And the bootyators is gonna start off the whole round by tossing the salad of the power bottoms. They're gonna start off by tossing their salads. And so then they're gonna toss their salads. We're gonna have the rimming round. The rimming round. They're gonna call that the rimming round. They're gonna call that the round of rimming, the rimming round. And then after they finish rimming, my God is God today, after the rimming has been done, then we're going to get into the Pound Town round. And then we're going to move into Pound Town. My bottom wanna gobble gobble. I'm not, I'm not, it, say that we gonna pay you double for your services. My second job will be gorgeous. We gonna pay you double for your services. I thank you kindly. Bye bye the water gobble gobble. Kevin is so damn silly. Don't nobody want that uh uh old broke tricky peppers. Nah. Nah, nah, who is we? Who is we talking about? Who is we talking about, bottomless pits? Wait, that's what they're gonna be. They're gonna be bottomless pits. That's what's gonna make them the bottom of all bottoms. We don't want fresh, tight booties that can't take anything. We want to see how deep the booty hole goes. We want to see how much the booty hole can take. We want to see what world opens up. We want to see if that booty hole can take 23 to 24 inches of depth. We want to see 36-inch deep booty holes. We want to see the one that could take dick in through the ass and then bring it out through the mouth, and we see the head coming out through the mouth. Like literally, dick has went up the esophagus, dick has went through the lungs, dick has moved through here, and dick is coming out. We want to open portals. Zayda said we have to have booty training camps. My stomach hurt, my side hurt. I gotta get up. Gotta get up. Oh, oh, oh my goodness. I can't. I can't. I can't. This bitch said a quantum leap. Ooh. That bitch said 36 inches in face. Oh. Oh my goodness. I got to get off this live. Y'all. Who Zayna? Zayna is, oh my goodness. I'm like, oh, I can't do this with y'all on this live now. We was we went from being serious, and now that's what you meant when you said Myrtle Thinker was a op. Cause Myrtle Thinker came up in here and derailed this conversation. And we went from talking about the coonery that goes on to the trans community to having a whole fucking booty camp. We talked about having bootiator gladiators where we was all sitting around watching power bottoms and power tops Child murder think a motherfucking derailed the whole fucking conversation. I ain't gonna lie though, I don't regret it. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. It was funny. It was funny though. We needed a soft landing, like to just cause we can't always be serious. It's okay to have some fun. It's okay to have some fun. It's okay to have some fun. We don't have to be serious all the time. Yeah, it was needed. So an abyss, essentially. Right. We the point still remain. We still talked about the serious stuff, but TS preparation H. TS hemorrhoids. TS vacuum. TS black hole. TS black hole. Yeah, it's duality. It's definitely wholeness. You gotta have your fun. All work and no play. Make lay lim lay lur. Some shit we don't want to be. Period. Well, child, let me get off this live chat. I have not done a 3 hour live in forever. I have not done a 3 hour live. I can't remember the last time I did a 3 hour live. But I have definitely enjoyed this live, child. Child, I have literally been on this live with y'all since morning, since the AM. Well, I started it at like 11 o'clock, 11, 12, 1. Yeah, I've been on here since the AM, child. You gotta soak before you enter the premises. Put a little vinegar in the tub. Girl, I am not, girl. We is not. Okay, we is about to let it go down. But we're gonna light a candle tomorrow. We're gonna do some candle work tomorrow. But today we're not gonna light a candle for right now. And I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up and chill. Yo. But I really legit would like for us to have our own, like, where we could convene and meet. That would be so sickening. Maybe when I start to do the candles and stuff, we could start to save some money so that we can have a retreat where we can actually physically meet. That would be so cute. Like to actually have a retreat where we all could physically meet each other. That would be so cute. I would love that. That would be so nice to have a place where like where all the subscribers, like we can have like a little healing retreat. And girl, I don't know if we would have the bootyators that fast. The bootyators would have to be down the street. We can't start it off with the bootyators. We're whole, but we ain't moving that fast. Bootyators at the first event. No, let's save the bootyators for later. OMG, I don't know. I know there's gray heart emoji. Yes, gray hearts. It's gray hearts. We do the gray and the yeah, we do the gray and the purple. So you could do gray hearts or purple hearts. Um yeah, that would be absolutely lovely. Oh, I agree. That would be a super vibe. Oh yes, honey. And baby, we could be opening portals and casting, honey, and setting our intentions, honey. So we're gonna put that out there into the atmosphere. Yes, honey. Um So, bounding round both circle and square, we too speak life, so operations beware. Sending healing to those in despair, Elphaba, so which means we come in peace, no harm to any, lay lim, lay lur. Iangani Iyanko Kalupala, which means I am a child of God Goddess. And if I am, you know you are. Remember to light y'all candles. And also, you don't have to be filthy rich to stand on business. I have enjoyed you. Thank you to my moderators, Fatima, Anandia, 100% Pure Love, Aaron, Thank you to Zania Bunny for coming on here, having us dying, laughing, cracking up, and also saying real shit when real shit needed to be said. Thank you to Myrtle for coming on here and giving us this comic relief and shifting the energy. So thank all of y'all. I love y'all. Y'all have a beautiful day. And I will definitely be back tomorrow or later this evening if I get if I get traumatized by something with another live. But definitely by tomorrow. Thank y'all all for the purple hearts. I love y'all. Laylim Layler Nation. Purple ones and gray ones rise. Mwah.